If your Tinkercad circuit is showing an error, freezing, or not behaving the way you expect, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the most common causes and the fastest ways to fix them. Whether you're working with an Arduino, LEDs, resistors, motors, or a breadboard setup, the solution is often just a small wiring mistake, a wrong component value, or a simple code issue. If this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more easy software and circuit guides. Alright, let's jump right in. The first thing to check is whether you have a short circuit. A short circuit happens when the positive rail and the negative rail are connected directly without any component in between. In Tinkercad, that can instantly cause an error or make the simulation stop working properly. So look closely at your breadboard and make sure there is no direct wire connecting plus to minus. Also check for something called breadboard bridging. This happens when a component like an LED or resistor is placed in the wrong position and accidentally connects the same vertical column on the breadboard. If that happens, you create a zero resistance path, which can break the simulation. So always double check the placement of every wire and component on the breadboard. Next, validate your component values. One of the most common mistakes is setting a resistor to the wrong value. If the resistor is accidentally set to 0 ohms or to an extremely high value like 1 gigaohm, the circuit may not work at all. For LEDs, polarity matters too. The anode, which is the bent leg, should go to the positive side, and the cathode, which is the straight leg, should go to the negative side. If the LED is reversed, it will not light properly, and whenever you're using LEDs in Tinkercad, always use a 220 ohm resistor. That helps prevent the simulation from overloading or breaking the virtual bulb. This one small detail fixes a huge number of beginner circuit issues. Now let's move into the Arduino code, because sometimes the circuit is fine and the problem is actually in the sketch. Start by looking for syntax errors. If you see any red highlighted lines, missing semicolons, or unclosed brackets, Tinkercad may refuse to run the simulation. Even one small typo can stop the whole project. Make sure every statement ends properly and that every opening bracket has a matching closing bracket. Another important fix is adding delays inside your loop functions. If your loop runs too fast without a delay, the simulation can freeze your browser or become unresponsive. So if you're using loop or while statements, include a delay function where needed to give the simulator time to process everything smoothly. Also check your pin matching. If your code says pin 13, but your wire is connected to pin 12 on the Arduino, the circuit will not respond the way you expect. Always make sure the pin number in your code matches the physical connection in the circuit. After that, review the power and performance side of the setup. If you're trying to run high draw parts like motors or multiple servos, the Arduino pins alone may not be enough. In those cases, you should use an external power source like a 9-volt battery, depending on your circuit design. Heavy components can cause errors or unstable behavior if you try to power everything directly from the board. You should also check your browser settings. In many cases, Tinkercad runs better when hardware acceleration is turned on, because that helps the simulation engine run properly. If you're still having trouble, try opening the circuit in an incognito or private window. Sometimes browser extensions interfere with the simulation or block data from loading correctly, so testing in a clean browser session can instantly solve the problem. So, to quickly recap, if your Tinkercad circuit has an error, first check for short circuits and breadboard bridging, then verify your resistor values and LED polarity. Then review your Arduino code for syntax issues, delays and pin matching, and finally make sure your power setup and browser performance are not causing the problem. Most Tinkercad errors are easier to fix than they look, and once you know what to check, you can solve them very quickly. If this video helped you troubleshoot your circuit, please give it a like, subscribe for more Tinkercad and Arduino tutorials, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next fix. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.